All right, it is January 27th. Um, in a couple more days, I'm gonna probably go on another fast in commemoration of the loss of space shuttles Challenger and Columbia. They both crashed at the end of January, beginning of February. But I want to mention a benefit of fasting that I wish I could enjoy continuously, right? Unfortunately, there's no such thing as being on a permanent fast, right? Not if you want to live anyway. But earlier today, I went on a 29-hour fast. I was in Missoula looking at a couple apartments that I was thinking about moving to, and my first choice for the apartments wasn't available for the day I wanted to move in. And so I had to compromise a little bit. But I was fasting, and I wasn't nearly so upset. In fact, I thought to myself, this would be a great way to encourage me to get more exercise. It's a little bit further from all the activities I want to do in Missoula. Okay, that's fasting me. And then I went out for lunch, and then later this afternoon, I couldn't find one of my credit cards. I have a new credit card that I need to spend $500 on the first 2 months to get a reward. And I need to use that card to make a big purchase in order to get that reward. And the credit card just disappeared. It's kind of late for me to call the credit card company and ask for a replacement. The 2 months will expire. And I just became very heavy hearted about that. It's not even that big of a reward. Compared to the apartments, it was a lot less at stake. But because I was full, I got very heavy hearted. Oh, that's what happens. That's why I wish I could stop eating altogether. I don't know why food causes me to get irritable, angry, nervous. I do very well when I go to social occasions while fasting. The problem is that most social occasions don't allow you to fast, right? That's a big conflict sometimes. But I can still fast before the event, right? 24 hours, 32 hours before the event, I can still fast. The problem is that then I gotta go to the event and break the fast, and then at the tail end of the event, that's when people see the other side of me, right? So sometimes it doesn't work too well. I don't know why. I can tolerate a lot of things when I'm fasting. I, um, I during COVID, obviously, a lot of people aren't doing too well at their workplace, right? Their hours are cut, their pay was cut. I was fasting when I got all that news, and it was a lot easier to accept and to feel like a team member for making shared sacrifices, right? It was a little bit hardier when I was in the fasting state, right? Um, Back in March, April of 2020, when I broke up with my girlfriend, I was constantly fasting, and that's what got me through a lot of that. What else is going on? You get the idea, right? When I'm fasting, things wash right over me, right? I could hear about, a few weeks ago, an old friend of mine passed away from COVID 19. I was fasting when I got the news. Uh, I was fasting when I heard that about the insurgency at the Capitol, and when I heard it, the first thing I thought was which stock is going to tank so I can take advantage of the financial market. Right? I wasn't thinking of, oh my God, I want to run out of the country. I thought about that later because after I ate, I started to feel very heavy-hearted about the situation. Um, if I ever fly on the space shuttle, I'll probably fast beforehand to. Well, I fast a lot before going on an airplane, as it is already, because I have social anxiety, and that definitely helps. You get the idea. The problem is that it's impossible to maintain that kind of frame of mind, right? You have to eat at some point. Usually, I'll eat one meal a day right before bed. The problem is that sometimes I think it's right before bed. I eat, and then uh, I'm a professor. Sometimes students have weird questions all hours of the day, right? And I try to be there for them. Maybe I should stop doing that, but we're in a pandemic, and I really need to show my performance. So sometimes I, 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 I do answer questions 24 hours a day. But unfortunately, I think I'm in the clear. I eat, and then something happens, right? Maybe my car battery dies, right? Or like the other day, right? Or the apartment gets locked for some reason, right? Especially if I've been staying in a lot of Airbnbs, so a lot of people have replaced their keys with passwords that they could change, and sometimes there's a glitch, right? And I gotta call the landlord, and I just ate, and it's not the best frame of mind for me to be calling the landlord. Uh, I can't. I've tried in vain to find a safe time of the day to eat when nothing's gonna happen after I'm full. It doesn't work. Life happens 24/7, unfortunately. But as you can see from the two events earlier today, the fasting me is very different from the full me, right? And that's a big problem that I gotta think about this year. Thanks for watching.